I just happened to look over there and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Look at the eucalyptus. They look amazing. Baby, it's stressed. Oh, my chickens got out the other day. We got squash vine borer issues right there. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. And today we're going on a garden tour. Y'all, it is the end of June. I want to say it's like June the 26th, maybe 27th. I'm not sure. It's a Saturday. But it is the end of June and the garden is looking amazing. We've gotten some pretty good harvest out of it already, and I know it's just going to be better harvest to come. So if you're new here, I am Asia. I garden in Virginia Zone 7B in my urban backyard. I grow in ground, I grow in raised beds, no dig, bags, containers, green stalks, and greenhouses. And I absolutely love it. So if you live in an apartment, if you only have a balcony, if you live on acres and acres of land, there is something here that I think would pique your interest to grow. So without further ado, we just gonna jump right on into this garden tour. I'm super excited, y'all. I have my apron on today just in case we are running through here and I see something that I need to harvest, because I've been running past blushing tomatoes, beans in one of the garden beds. And so, yeah, we just gonna see if we have anything, we'll take it. But also, if you're not new here, you know there's this thing that we do and it's called nail cam. So we got new nails. I love them. It's like a stained glass window with roses. And I did the cat eye again. If you remember last month, I did cat eye too, but I think they're so cute. Anyway, let's get started with the garden tour, y'all. I'm gonna try to keep it slightly short, so we're not gonna go through everything in the green stalks, but we're gonna go through the things that are growing, that are producing, that we just waiting to harvest. Also, we're gonna talk about these strawberries that look better. I'm excited about that. Don't look great, but they do look better. Let's get into the garden tour, y'all. So if you're new here, I have 17 green stalks. Most of them are right here in this section, but there's one in my chicken area and there's one in the actual garden, and this is the first one that I ever purchased. So it keeps its spot in the garden. And then there's another one in my greenhouse. And so y'all, if you're not new here, I'm just taking a gander. Yesterday I went through and I sprayed on, what is the word? On jet. I sprayed on jet all of the ants and aphids off of this pepper plant, right? Baby, they just came right back. Yep, neem oil it is. I just got to get around to doing it. Last year, ants and aphids showed up at my garden and they never left. Well, they did leave. They left closer to the end of the summer, and then I was able to get pepper harvest. But this year, the peppers are growing just fine, but the ants and aphids are here. I do not normally spray anything. I just let nature do what nature does. But I'm going to tell you right now, ants and aphids are a lot to contend with. And this year, I am going to spray. I'm going to use neem oil. I got a few different options from the comments. I'm going to start with neem oil because that's what I have. If that does not work, then we will try something else. And the ants are here with the aphids, and the aphids are here with the ants. So they kind of work together with each other in case you are new to gardening. But yeah, we gonna spray them with some neem oil because it's what I have right now. Anywho, I just happened to look over there and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Anywho, the top layer of this strawberry green stalk looks way better. The bottom, we still working on that, right? But the top, look at that. Pretty much all green. We got a few leaves like this, but if you have been here for a while, you know what this green stalk looked like, and it looked a mess. So the top layer is looking good. And if you remember, we emptied this. I said I was gonna try sunflowers in here, but my dragon tongue beans that I put in the green stalk back here, it got shaded by nasturtiums. And so I'm actually going to replant this one with dragon tongue beans, because I had dragon tongue beans in that green stalk, and then there's some out in the garden, but those didn't do well. So I need to replace them over here. And that's what I'm going to do. Instead of doing sunflowers, I'm pretty sure I could find another spot for sunflowers out in the garden, because the zucchini is gonna be coming out soon. I'm surprised it's still here, honestly. honestly. I'm surprised the squash buying boys haven't already done that zucchini in. So anyway, at some point today, I'm gonna get that planted out with dragon tongue beans. The herb green stalks are looking really good. The lemon one we need to replant because we had a lot of parsley that went to seed this year. So we need to get some more herbs in there. But the ones that are there, look at this. That's basil. The ones that are in here, they're growing pretty good. I'm just taking these off because they are trying to flower. I do not want them to flower. This is a lot of my summer harvesting. It's taking flower off of basil because basil is always gonna try to flower, y'all. I don't know what that's about, especially in my area. Like we're really warm, so it's definitely gonna try to flower. So I just grabbed that. I'll take it in the house. I can make some tea out of it. I can freeze dry it. I can actually make some pesto out of it. So we're gonna keep that. I'm gonna put it in my apron. But yeah, these green stalks look good. I had mentioned in my last video, the one I posted yesterday, that we could stand to harvest some of these herbs too. So that's time right here. My chives don't look great. I honestly think we probably got some allium leaf miner issues in it. This is a weed, but let's get it out of there. They don't look great, but I'm gonna leave them because normally when they come back at the beginning of spring, they look really good. So we're just gonna leave them and see what happens. This strawberry green stalk that we worked on is still trying to bounce back. It's okay. We definitely, oh, not that one, got a hole in it. But both of them have holes in it. Those are ants. You can see the ants inside of them. But anyway, we were working on this one anyway. So I'm not expecting a lot out of it because I think I overwatered a little bit. That one looks good. I'll harvest it later. I don't want to put this in my apron. But yeah, we still got them coming. So the plants don't have to look great to produce. And you could have made a mistake and overwatered and you can still catch yourself and get a harvest. Just so you know, because this one, I definitely overwatered. It was full of strawberry plants and they died. And we got more flowers coming too, so that's cool. Over here, another strawberry green stalk. Look at these. Snapdragons ain't died back yet and still producing. I really should come over here and deadhead. I was expecting these to kind of die quickly, especially in the green stalk where the soil, you know, dries out a little bit quicker. But they're doing really good in here. So there's a snapdragon in here. Shoot, we might end up with a whole snapdragon green stalk at some point. Y'all know I love snapdragons. These strawberries are really, ooh, I pulled that out. They're throwing out runners now, and we need all of these runners. So we're gonna put this back in here. I had it in this cup. I just made a mistake and poured it out. Ooh, not with my new nails, baby. Anyway, we're gonna do it just like that. It's looking okay. I think I said it looked good. It looks okay. It does not look good. We still have some really light colored leaves, but we working on it, y'all. Finally got the peppers staked in here. It's just bamboo stakes. I need to get some more, but I got the peppers staked in here because they were falling over and we have rain coming and I wanted to make sure that they didn't get knocked over anymore. So they're all staked. These are big Bertha peppers, teddy bear sunflower in here, but they're looking good. I'm not seeing any signs of ants or aphids, so that is actually a plus. This green stalk over here, we have cucumbers in it. We have zucchini. I harvested the zucchini the other day, but like I said, I'm just really surprised that all of these zucchini plants are still in here and still living in my garden, not like in the green stalk, but the garden in general. The cucumbers are starting to flower. So we're excited to see that. We actually have a little cucumber over here, and then you have one small one back there. These are the Space Master 80s. So they're doing really good in the green stalks, and I think there's more. We also staked up some of the peppers in here. All the peppers in these two are Big Bertha. When I cleared these out, Big Bertha is what I had on hand from a store locally, and I hear that they're really good peppers, so I'm hopeful. And then we have beans in here. I'm not even sure which kind. Oh, these are dragon tongue. Look at that. I need to harvest those too. Wow, I didn't even know we had dragon tongue beans growing in here, so I need to come through and harvest these. I don't know if they're all dragon tongue. I don't know. Anyway, we have more cucumbers right here. This one isn't looking the best, but oh yeah, more dragon tongue beans right there. I need to come through here and harvest. So that green stalk is doing good. I guess I didn't realize there was stuff in there to harvest, but I need to come back and harvest it. Right here, this is it was so beautiful and it looked so put together. It looked so neat at a point. And now our beans are producing. So you got more dragon tongue beans up here. And our nasturtiums have really taken over in this one, if you can see. Like, they took over, but they were really beautiful. They're dying out now. I probably could come on through and pull these. We talked about that yesterday too. I probably will, not today, of course. And then we have some orange hat tomatoes. We are actually harvesting these too, but I'm freezing them. I don't like the way that the outside skin tastes, so I'm freezing them. I put them in with some sauce, and we have a lot of those in here, and they do really good in the green stock, so that's cool. And then you got some more right there. I have them all through here. Then you have basil that I need to come through and pull as well. So I'm probably gonna end up doing another harvest. I think I missed stuff yesterday because we just did a harvest video, but probably gonna come back through, do another harvest. But all of the green stocks are doing really well, y'all. Oh, before we move to the other green stocks, let's take a look at our seeds and seedlings. So these are still our tomatoes that's gonna replace things as they start to die out. We still don't have a lot going on in this tray, so we probably need to replant, but that's a Brussels sprout. If you remember, they got rained on like really, really bad. And then that's still that one tree collard. But I will tell you, we got a lot of snapdragons coming up. I don't know if y'all can see it, but we got a lot of snapdragons coming up. So that's cool. The tray will stay out here if for nothing other than the snapdragons, and I'll plant more of the other things, especially my Brussels sprouts and my tree collards. I really wanted to get them started early. So we'll just do maybe a 6-cell tray of these and take them in the house. The corn is looking good, and we got a decent amount of germination on the corn. These corn seeds are pretty old too, so I'm excited. We have some cucumbers and sunflowers that's gonna go out into the Bootstrap Farmer bags. Some of those we already planted out. The cucumbers anyway, we already planted out, but we have more because we just cleared the rest of the Bootstrap Farmer bags. So you have the lemon green stalk here. This is the 5-tier, and it's got beans in them. They're pretty new beans, so they're not really producing much. And then you also have some collards left in here. Like, this leaf looks horrible. So I end up giving that to the chickens at some point today. You have more collards down here, and you can see the pests are on here. So it's not really the season for collards, so you're gonna have pests. There's more right there. So I'll remove them. This collard could stay here all season and then start to grow when the weather cools down. So that's what we are shooting for. We'll see what happens. We also have Swiss chard that we just harvested yesterday, but there's Swiss chard in this one too, and it's looking pretty good. We waiting for the beans, but you can see we got flowers on them. I honestly don't know what kind of beans these are. At a point, I just started planting beans in empty pockets, so that's what happened there. We'll see what they are. Well, we might not even know what variety they are, but what we do know is they will be edible. So here you have more beans. These are black beans that we're gonna let grow and dry on the plant. Someone asked me, is this gonna slow down production? I honestly don't know, but in order to get the actual beans, you have to let them develop in the pod. So if I take them now, we're not gonna have black beans, and that's what I'm waiting for. So I don't know if it's gonna slow down the production of the plant or not, but just know I got them planted everywhere in the garden. So even if it does, I have them planted in a bunch of different places. We also have, where is that plant, y'all? These are, look at all of those beans down there, nice. These are the patio yellow, saving those also for sauce. I keep trying them because I'm like, maybe I didn't leave them long enough, or maybe I was over watering and that's why they're not good. I just don't like them, and that's okay. This plant looks really bad. And so with that being the case, I'm gonna let what's on here ripen, which is a lot. And then I'm gonna pull this plant out, honestly, because it looks really bad. Oh, our flower green stalk. These are our dwarf sunflowers. You can see they trying to give us some sunflowers. I think they're so pretty. I'm pretty sure they're the teddy bear sunflowers. Can't wait for them to bloom. But we got flowers that I was very much like, oh, these aren't growing well in here. But as it warmed up, they are growing much better in here. These look better, although like this one, so they go down the green stalk like that, and so like right there we got one. This one got big but has no flowers. These stay small and have flowers. Got no idea what's going on there. Marigolds in here. These are beautiful. These are lemon drop. They're beautiful, y'all. And this is a lemon delight. They're also beautiful, but a lot of them died in here. Like I said in another video, we have a lot of empty pockets, but you can't really see that from just looking at them. These were pretty. They're gazanias, however you say it. They bloom very pretty, and we have those going all the way down to green stalk. as well. You can see we got a bloom getting ready to come there. So I really like this flower green stalk. It's the only green stalk in my garden that's just flowers, but I really do like it. We're gonna do more of this next year. Eucalyptus, y'all. Look at the eucalyptus. Looking amazing back here. Just growing all on its own because I ain't done nothing to this eucalyptus. Like, that's amazing. It's also perennial. It stays over the winter, dies back a little bit, and then it comes back in the summer. It looks really good. Oh, y'all, the black green stalk is black bean growing. I mean, got a whole bunch of black beans on it. Even when you come down the green stalk, you got black beans just growing, growing, growing. This whole green stalk is black beans. And I turn my green stalks every day, just a quarter. So when I say a quarter, I do like this. That's it. And so I turn it every day so all of the plants end up getting some sun. Oh, look. Well, those aren't black beans. They got mixed in somewhere along the line. So I'll come over here and check for these. These are the Royal Burgundy beans. So I'll come and check for those because I didn't realize they were in here. Should have just been black beans, but I can see that is not the case. Anyway, bean green stalk looking amazing. Over here, we have 2 of the 3-tier razzleberries. Love these. Also growing beans. Beans grow really good in these green stalks. This one is broken. Girl, no. And we also have patio tomatoes growing. We've harvested some patio tomatoes already from over here. And I missed a lot of stuff yesterday. As I looked through this with y'all, there's beans down here that could definitely be harvested. So I'm gonna have to come out here and harvest, and I'll post it in the community section because I'm just realizing I missed stuff. Got no idea what's going on here. It's either my watering issue or it's a disease. It's not a big deal to me. The plant is still growing. The top of the plant is still fresh, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I pull those leaves off though, eventually. Yeah, we gotta come over here. I didn't realize all of that. But also there's peppers in here. This is another pepper plant that I sprayed yesterday. Y'all see them ants? It's not working for me. It is not working for me. I wish that it would, but it's not working for me. So those are the green stalks in this area in my green stalk garden. Also, y'all, my greenhouse is on the way. I'm so nervous. You know how some of y'all say like, I want to try this, but I'm nervous. I'm so nervous about that greenhouse coming because we got to put it together. When I say we, I'm gonna get my sister's boyfriend to help me, but I also want to help. I don't like to have people come and I say, hey, can you do this? And then they just out here doing it by themselves. So that's on the way. It's coming in 3 boxes, baby. Oh, I'm so nervous. Oh, by the way, green stalk is having a sale right now. The blueberry and the snow is back. So if you want to do a 5-tier, they're starting at $99.97. If you want to do a 3-tier, you can actually get a bundle of 3 for $177.97. There's always a link down in my description. By the way, people are looking for my code. You no longer need the code for green stalk. You can put in the link and the link is going to automatically generate the $10 off a $75+ purchase. So I figured I would mention that. So, all right, let's see what we got going on in the Bootstrap Farmer greenhouse. If you remember, we were having an issue with something digging up the watermelon. That has stopped. I'm super excited. That has stopped. And looky here. I'm excited. There's another one right there and another one right there. So maybe we're gonna have some luck with watermelon. I don't know. I will tell y'all, I have drastically cut back on the amount of watering I'm doing in this greenhouse. I guess my thought was like, it's not getting water from outside, so I need to water it more often. I don't think that's what I needed to do. And I wasn't doing it to the peppers because I know peppers don't need a lot of water and they are thriving in here. So I definitely think that some of it was my watering. With that being the case, I definitely slowed down on watering the watermelon bed and the tomato bed, although I water the watermelon bed a little bit more because I know that they need like a decent amount of water and they are also heavy feeders. So if it dries out, then they can't get what they need from the soil. So I have been watering the watermelon a little bit more than the tomatoes. I've really slowed down on the tomatoes. But also, look at this. This is one random eggplant in here. And I do think we will plant more eggplant in here next year. It's doing amazing. It is huge. It's a huge plant with a bunch of flowers. It got planted later than the plants in the green stalk, so we haven't gotten any eggplant yet, but I think that we will, and I think it's going to be a very heavy producing plant for us. So the peppers that we planted after we took out the Swiss chard is looking good. You know what I just thought about? I need to come and put the cages around them. I'm going to do that once we finish the tour. These are also big Berthas. If you remember, we put some peach tomatoes in. They're looking good, and I forgot to put the stakes back, but I will. We have marigolds in here that now can get some sun, and you can see we're about to get some flowers. So I'm excited about that. It's another sun peach. We got basil going down the middle of these tomatoes. And right here we have some more rosellas. They look amazing, and they are starting to ripen. They're going all up and down these plants. The tomatoes back here look bad. I asked for fan recommendations a little while ago. I have to find one that I think will work, and I do think I'm gonna look for solar. Someone did leave a suggestion of getting solar because I don't have anywhere to plug them in. But these are my Cherokee purple, y'all. We're probably gonna end up pulling them. They've had so many flowers and the flowers have dropped. And when it's too hot, that happens with tomatoes. So we may end up pulling them. At least this one right here, it looks pretty bad. This one seems to still be trying. So I don't know, but they look really bad. But the rest of the tomatoes in here look really good, actually. And remember, we cut off the top of these Brad's Atomic, and I said we would get a sucker that I would make into the main stem. And so we got 2 suckers right here. I just need to decide which one is gonna be the main stem, and I could just make it a 2-liter at this point too. But that's what I was saying. I cut off the top. Tomatoes is one of those plants that's gonna make a new plant for you, basically. We got Brad's Atomic grape over there. Those are newer. And then we got some down here. So looking good, looking good. Oh, and then we put a sun peach right there too. And it looks like it's actually getting enough sun because it's growing a little bit. Got more rosellas over here. Looking good in here, I think. I know somebody mentioned not pruning. I think that even if I hadn't pruned, eventually it was gonna get really bad in here. I don't regret pruning my tomatoes, and I don't think pruning had anything to do with what happened in here. I think I was overwatering in here. All right, so the peppers though, y'all, look at these peppers. This bed makes me just want to plant peppers in this whole entire greenhouse because it looks so good and it's producing so well. We just harvested shishito peppers yesterday, and it's time to harvest shishito peppers again. This is amazing. Oh, by the way, I did taste the candy cane yellow. So, well, they're called candy cane, but they were in their yellow stage is what I'm saying. It's not called candy cane yellow. They were good. So they definitely didn't give that strong, bitter green pepper taste, right? You could tell they were a sweet pepper, but they weren't sweet like, a golden Marconi or a Jimmy Nardello at the yellow stage, but you could tell it was a sweet pepper. So I like it at the yellow stage. We're now gonna wait and let anything else go to the red stage, but I could definitely eat them in the yellow stage. They were not the bitter green pepper taste. That is what I do not like. And the white stage, I didn't try them. I just used them, but I don't know what they taste like on their own, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. I didn't just cut it and taste it. We might try another one in the white stage when we get one. So I've seen white so far when they first start to produce, and I've seen yellow, but I'm pretty sure they also turn red. That's what it looked like on the packet. But the yellow was really good too. But anywho, what I was saying is this makes me just want to make this a pepper greenhouse. I'm not gonna do it because I want to see what else can grow in here. But y'all look, it'll be time to harvest shishito peppers again. And I don't know if I told y'all, something is wrong with this plant, but I left it because something like this happened in one of the green stalks, and I just took the top off, and then it just started growing side shoots. And so I left it to see if that would happen, but it's a candy cane. It just doesn't look great. In case you are wondering, I'm fertilizing these with Neptune's Harvest right now. Started out with Espoma Grow. It's working out really well. I'm doing the whole greenhouse like that. Oh, the tomato green stalk. That's the color of it. It does not have tomatoes in it. Has basil in it that we need to come through and take the tips off of. They will bush out more and they will not flower if you do that. I'm not gonna do it all right now, but I'm just showing you. We also have sunflowers coming up. I put 2 seeds into all of these. These are dwarf sunflowers, so it'll be a basil and a sunflower green stalk. but I think it's gonna be beautiful in this greenhouse. That's the sunflower and basil green stalk, and I think it's gonna be beautiful. I'm actually really happy with the way that this greenhouse has turned out. I think I told y'all that next year though, the tomatoes, I'm just gonna do one line. I'm gonna figure out how to hang them from the middle pole, the support pole essentially, and then we're just gonna do one line of probably not so many cherry, more of the slices like my Cherokee purples and my great whites, but it is what it is. So all right, let's move along to the quick tent greenhouse, which is the greenhouse I've had the longest, and I absolutely love this greenhouse. In case y'all are wondering about a greenhouse that's like, you know, a little less permanent than the Bootstrap Farmer one, which I absolutely love too. Little less permanent, cost less money. This is a quick tent greenhouse. Let me step back. And so it's basically just one of the ones that, you know, that you can move. It doesn't have to be permanent. You can basically just kind of reinforce it, things like that. And that's what I did. It's also beside my fence, so it helps it to stay a little more sturdy. But I also reinforced each one of the poles, and it has been here for years. So in case you are thinking about getting something like this, I want you to know that they might get a bad rap, but this one has been here for years, and it is growing food for me. Now, it's not growing as much food as I would like it to because it's in a shaded area. I'm trying to get some trees cut, and I haven't had any success with that. But these are patio tomatoes in a shaded area, and I harvested 2 off of here yesterday, not on camera, but we have tomatoes growing in here, and we have new flowers trying to pop up. Yeah, look at that. So yeah, they're growing tomatoes in here, and it helps me with having rain and stuff get on it so the plants don't start getting diseased easily. And there's a lot of airflow in here because I have not overplanted it, so that's a good thing too. But look at all of these tomatoes in here. I'm excited. If you remember, I want to plant this with cilantro right now. I cannot get cilantro to germinate right now. I need to take the cilantro seeds in the house, if I'm honest. That's what needs to happen, so it'll be a cooler environment. Cilantro does not like heat, and it seems like their seeds don't like heat either. Anyway, you got 2 more tomatoes back here. They were planted in here a little bit later than the other 2, but you can see we got flowers on there too. And then we have a very stressed out roselle plant. I'm still hopeful, y'all, but this plant is so stressed out. It keeps trying to make calyxes, or however you say it. So I'm taking those off. It is so stressed out, and I'm trying to get it to just kind of grow the plant instead of trying to produce these calyxes for us. So I've been pulling them off. So, and I'm making sure that I water well. I'm also making sure I fertilize it, but baby, it's stressed. But we're gonna follow that too, because I think we're gonna see that it's gonna start growing. I just gotta keep taking care of it. Over here, I definitely missed some of those squash plants, so I need to start pulling what I do see and giving it to the chickens. I missed some of those. We got comfrey over here. We got feverfew starting to flower. We love that. This feverfew has been in here for years. It comes back every year. So feverfew, oh yeah. Our figs are still here. I'm excited, and they're getting bigger. This fig tree is in a bag. I'm gonna leave it at this point because it's the only tree that we have figs on. I'm excited. We have anise hyssop, and it is starting to flower. I don't take care of this area like really good at all. We also have some lemon balm right here. And then there's mint in here, but it's being covered by weeds, but it is in a pot. But the weeds are bigger than the pot. I don't take care of this area that well. But the good thing is they are herbs, and herbs really don't need a lot from me anyway, so that's a plus. Over here we have the orchard area. So this is an apple tree that we moved, I want to say like late spring. It has not died, so I'm happy. The leaves don't look great, but this plant was a producer for us anyway, so I was thinking like it's not doing anything anyway, so we might as well go ahead and move it. We also have ants and aphids on it. Can y'all see? Ants and aphids. Girl, not on the apple tree. I had no idea that was a thing. Anyway, wherever I see them, they getting sprayed with neem oil eventually. Look at this fig tree. It's huge. Ain't got a fig on it, y'all, but it's huge. That's in the ground though. We got a peach tree up here that's being mixed in with the grapevine. We're gonna cut this way down, and if I'm honest, we might do it like soon. I don't need this to get any bigger. That tree is huge and I did not cut it over the fall. Then we have another peach tree right here and it has peaches on it, but they had plum curculio, so I'm just leaving them. They will end up falling off or dying, whatever. Grapevine looks absolutely amazing. I can get to it easily when it's time to harvest this year, but I just want to show you lots of grapes in there. I mean, lots. It's a muscadine grapevine. It's a grapevine that I do not prune. We got another apple tree right here too that's not producing nothing. Grapes, 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 muscadine grapes everywhere. I was expecting more of these to kind of fall, but it's a lot of them and they haven't fallen yet. Doesn't mean that they won't, but look at all those grape clusters in there, y'all. I hope y'all can see it and I'm not moving too fast, but it's grape clusters all in here. I mean, just all through here. And I love this trellis. It's where I come for some shade during the hot days if I'm out here. But yeah, love this trellis. Anywho, off we go. We finally got all of our bags amended. So I amended with meal grinds, I amended with rabbit manure, and then I put some more straw on the top, and then I put fresh straw on these, but they've all been amended now. And you can see where we put in the cucumbers. Some of them are doing great. Some of them, not this one, but this one is missing because I'm pretty sure a bird got to it. And also this one is missing because I think a bird got to it. But we'll just replant it. It's okay. And I know I could put baskets over top of it. It's so many things I could do. I don't have baskets. I don't want to go buy baskets. I'll just replant them. It's okay. And push come to shove, I could literally direct sow them. Birds might get those too, but it's okay. It's not really a big deal. I have cucumbers growing in other places and they're not bothering them all the time. It's 2 out of what? I don't know. I think I planted 8 or so. And so that's not a big deal to me. Anyway, we got these bags amended. They will be ready for planting soon. It's a bird feather in that bag. Interesting. Anywho, oh, my chickens got out the other day, y'all, but they didn't do much, thank goodness. So I completely forgot that I'm working on the quail area. So I had taken the fencing out of the enclosure part. So yesterday I let them roam in the area. Did not dawn on me that that was open. And I came out here yesterday and they were just out and about. And so that's probably the feather that's in that bag now that I think about it. And look what else they did. Like, how did you decide this is the spot that you just wanted to come and sit? Bibba, hold on, let me show you. This is the black bean bed. Like, why would you do that? Like, I guess they just came in here, or at least one of them came in here and sat. So this is the black bean bed. They basically moved the beans. The plants didn't come out of the soil, so that's a plus. And you can see the beans now that we got beans growing in here, but they knock the plants over. Y'all see them beans? So yeah, it is what it is. But we're supposed to get some rain today. So what I'm hoping is that the rain soaks the soil well enough for the plants to start sitting back up. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but yeah, they got out yesterday, but they did not. Oh, they got in the sunflower bed, but all they did was kind of move the straw. So I put the straw back. Other than that, they really didn't do anything. So I was proud of them. All right, so let's start over here. The asparagus bed has a lot of ferns. I'm excited to see this, and I'm gonna leave these ferns this year until they completely die back. But it has a lot of ferns. It's also growing like new asparagus plants. So, well, asparagus, I can't really show y'all, but every time a new asparagus grows, I just let it fern like this, and then I'm gonna just let it stay. So see right here, that's a new one that had grew recently. Same thing right here, right there, but I'm just letting it fern. We need these ferns to get sun this season and then let it die all the way back, and hopefully next year our asparagus will do much better. I decided not to harvest asparagus this year just because they did not look good and we weren't getting a lot, and that's because I think it's because I was cutting them too early. Y'all look at all these weeds over here. I need to come through. I want to just come through with the weed eater, but I'm not sure I can get over here, but that's what I'm going to try because I need to get them off of there. But also, well, out of there. Also, look at this. Our dragon tongue beans are starting to produce in here, so I need to come and harvest. I did not realize that. Also, I'm seeing ants, and aphids can be a problem for bean plants too, so I'm just trying to move them because I just don't have the energy, y'all. I would be spraying the whole garden. Anywho, We put some more straw up here. This is where we had put cilantro seeds. I chaos sowed them, didn't take care of them. So I just wanted to cover the soil essentially. Right now, I don't think I'm gonna, well, actually, I might put some cucumbers right here, but right now I just wanted to cover the soil a little bit. Oh yeah, there's dragon tongue beans all in here. I didn't even think to check this yesterday, so I gotta get those too. But y'all, look at here. I told y'all yesterday I would show y'all. Look at that pepper. That is a grand bell pepper. Look how big it is. There's peppers all in these plants. That's another one right here. Trying to show y'all, and there's more up there. Also aphids, so yay. But we ain't gonna keep talking about it. We got some peppers that's trying to start on this plant. If y'all remember, this plant right here is the one that the vole had pulled out, but it's trying. This one right here has peppers growing on it. There's another one up there, but we got to come through and get the aphids off, y'all. The ants and the aphids, but we will do that. Oh, I didn't really show you what was going on in here other than the ants and the aphids. And also, I would imagine some of this grass, if I got rid of some of this grass, it would help too down here, which I will do. But yeah, you got more eggplant. If you remember, we did a big harvest yesterday of eggplant. Well, a nice size harvest. I think we probably got 5 or 6 off of this green stalk. Eggplants grow really well in the green stalks. We have some Jimmy Nardellos down here. I knocked one off yesterday, but look at that. That's a Jimmy Nardello growing in here. Look good. Nasturtium looking bad. So I'm not gonna mess with this too much because it's really ants everywhere, y'all. And I don't want this to be an ant and aphid tour, but I am telling you that's my biggest issue in my garden this year, as it was also the same thing last year. So if you remember, we had one sunflower left in here. It's still here, so we should be getting a pretty sunflower soon. We had 3 in here, I believe, and the vole pulled 2 of them out. It's okay, you know, the bed still looks amazing right now. Oh, there's also basil and marigolds back here, and they look good. I do need to come through and harvest the basil again, which I will do. There's also some weeds back here I need to get pulled, and that's a pretty marigold. There's marigolds through there too. You see them? Oh, and look at the cucumber. That's an Armenian cucumber going on up the trellis. I'm super excited to see that this is happening because my trellises, aside from the grapevine, is looking pretty bare this year. Oh, I'm gonna show y'all the beans. Something is going on with my beans. That's another reason, my pole beans, the ones that's just supposed to keep growing and keep producing. Another reason why I'm like, oh, I need to plant some more beans now, because that was supposed to be a part of my harvest. I don't have any more of those bean seeds, so they're purple potted pole beans. I'm also out of my no seed buying thing, so I'm probably gonna go and find some purple potted pole bean seeds and order them because I want them badly. If you come down here, this trellis looks amazing though. Pretty sure these are Amish paste. They are smaller than I remember, but it's okay. They are producing, and I love that for me. These are newer at the top, of course. And then down here, this is a Supremo, y'all. I really want to grow Supremos. They are huge. The Supremos are really big. Can you see them down there? So I really want to grow some more of those. And I do have some over on the table. Down here, you got early girl. I've already been harvesting the early girls. They are early. So if it's a plant that you were like, I don't know, but they are really early. I had some last year. Next bed is the other block bed. This is our sunflower. Can't wait, but you can see it's about to flower for us. And there's another one right here. Also went back through here, put some more straw to cover the soil. And look at that, bird feathers everywhere, y'all. Anyway, you got beans in here. These are the Royal Burgundy beans. We harvested those yesterday. They're looking good in here as well. And see, oh, there's some I missed though. You can really miss beans when you're harvesting. So like I said, I got to come back through here because I'm realizing now I didn't get half of the stuff I was supposed to get. Back here, you have some more patio tomatoes. Some of them, I think I've only harvested one over here, but you got some down here that's blushing. And actually, I don't know that that's blushing. Yeah, it's actually giving, I'm gonna leave it though, because I could probably cut it off. It's giving that it probably was gonna get blossom. Oh, I already pulled it now. Anyway, it probably was gonna get blossom end rot. Maybe I started watering better. Anyway, I'm gonna take it in the house with me. These are more patio tomatoes and they look amazing. I have them in the cages, but the cages are turned upside down because they were too big when it was time. There's basil and marigolds in there, but they look really good over here too, and they are loaded with tomatoes as well. We do have a cucumber on this trellis. It doesn't seem to want to just go right here where it can get its sun. It wants to go towards the basil and the tomato. So I keep trying to move it so that it could get sun and hopefully start going up the trellis. I do not remember which kind it is, but it's a cucumber. I meant to tell you, some of these are royal burgundy, like to this way, but some of these are black beans because I didn't have enough royal burgundy to fill this space. And actually, it's the same thing with the dragon tongue over here. So there's black beans. I planted a lot of black beans because I knew I wanted a lot of black beans. So some of these are black beans, some of these are royal burgundy and dragon tongue. I won't be pulling the black beans when I pull the royal burgundy and dragon tongue. I will be leaving those. Oh, we completely went past this middle section of pepper plants that we actually have peppers growing on. Think these are California Wonders. Oh no, those are Granbells too. I just saw it. So we have peppers going down this aisle too, and we have peppers growing. They look real good. Also in the tomato cages, I'm very happy with the tomato cages this year. I am not having to do nearly as much upkeep as if I was putting them on stakes. So normally I put them on stakes or bamboo stakes, or the larger stakes, or like pieces of an old greenhouse. This is so much better. So if you are looking for a way to like control your plants, your pepper plants and your determinate tomatoes, it's working really well for my determinate tomatoes too. I had always heard that they weren't good. They're great. I zip tied mine together, so that might be an extra reason why, you know, they're a little more sturdy, but they're working really good for me. So if you're looking for something, give it a try. Zip tie them together if you can, because it works really well. All right, you have a poblano pepper here. We haven't had any poblano peppers yet, but we are hopeful. This is a shishito pepper, sprayed it on jet last night, y'all. On jet. This is crazy. And they were gone. I did not see them after I sprayed them, but they back this morning. Anywho, this is a shishito. This is 2 jalapenos here. And the rest of these are some more Granbell or California Wonders. Actually, I think this whole section is California Wonder. So they produce later than the Granbell apparently, which is fine. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, our melon plant is trying to make its way up the trellis, so that's cool. That's just one of them. I don't even remember what kind it was. So another one down here trying, but is struggling because these plants that's in the bed are big and bushy, much bigger and bushier than the actual melon plant, but we'll see what happens. We have some tomatoes over here that's starting to blush. Got no idea what that is, but I'll end up cutting it out of there. Those are patio. It's that same bed. Back here, you have a great white. I'm excited. Look at that. That'll go on a bacon and tomato sandwich. Cherokee purple. It's kind of small. More Cherokee purple right here. That's gotten bit by something it looked like. It's okay, but the Cherokee purples, these are my favorite tomatoes, so I'm hopeful. Then you got some more early girls over here, just waiting for them to ripen. Also more early girls right here. These are in bags on the Horton Nova trellis. It's from Haas. I do have a link, and y'all, I love this. I love it. So it does have some give in it, but it's not nearly as bad as the give that I was getting from the Florida weave. I really like this trellis, and I just got it on here with some zip ties, y'all. Down here we have a great white. It's struggling. I broke it and I put it back in. It rooted, so it's struggling a little bit. And then down here though, we have, I cannot remember the name of these at this point, and I don't see a tag, but anyway, they are a Roma tomato. I'll put it on the screen if I can find it, because I say it all the time, but today I cannot remember it. But We have tomatoes in there too, and we have probably a watering issue. I will tell you, none of this stuff with these tomatoes started until I started thinking like it's really hot out here. I need to make sure that I water. And so with that being the case, I'm pretty sure it was me, and it's okay. And it's from the green stalks in the bags. If you look at the tomatoes in the beds, I wasn't concerned because I was like, they're in the bed, they can get the moisture. The moisture is being held in a little bit better, that kind of stuff. So it's mostly the bags in the greenhouses and the green stalks, because I was just trying to make sure I was watering enough and then I ended up over watering completely. And that's okay. The flower bed, that is also a weed bed. There's weeds everywhere, y'all. I need to get them up. I really do. Maybe that'll be something I do next week off camera. Anyway, look at these dahlias. That one about to die, but it's beautiful anyway. That one is really pretty too. That's a newer one. The zinnias back here, I don't think they're getting enough sun. So there was a whole zinnia plant back here and it is gone. The canna lilies, remember I told y'all like it's gonna spread and try to take over, but they have really pretty flowers? They do. That's one right there. Oh, y'all look. This here though go to zinnia. It was a red one. It's so pretty too. I'm gonna try to stake it up, but that's the zinnia that I was telling y'all about right there. We still have some snapdragons down here. I'm trying to let this dry because I want to get the seeds, but the plant is still alive. Like I was telling y'all, the blooms are going to be few and far between, but the plant is going to live. Down here is just a mess. It's a mess of echinacea, dahlias, but look, that's echinacea gonna flower. We love that. The biggest plant died out, but it still, I guess, had shoots or something under the soil. So now we actually have like 3 different echinacea plants down here. The milkweed or butterfly plant that is dying back, but the plant is looking good, but like no flower blooms. I still haven't pulled this hollyhock out, but it's okay. I'll get around to it. That's just a mess, y'all. It's a mess that I need to get around to clean it up. But look at this. Dahlia. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Then you got sedum over there that's getting ready to start flowering too. Anyway, that's the flower bed for you. We gonna figure this flower bed out one day. All right, over here you have our birdie's bed, and this is where I'm telling y'all that these beans are just not doing well. So you see, they were growing and then they just like fell off. The whole tip of the plant fell off. Y'all see it? So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. And that pretty much happened all the way across the board. Something was also eating the leaves. So yeah, we're gonna find some more seeds, get those started, try this again. Thankfully, I have a long growing season. So like, see, y'all see that? Could be a watering issue too. I don't know. I've never seen this happen before. Never seen this happen before. And the plant is not dead, right? So I'm leaving it because bean plants can definitely grow another stem and then like keep the plant going. But I'm not seeing that happen. It's been like this for at least 2 or 3 weeks now. So I'm not seeing that happen. My plan was just let it stay and we'll get some side shoots essentially and they'll keep the plant going like tomato plants, but this is not doing it this year. So we'll see what's going on, but I'm also going to go and buy some seeds. Also, look at this. The pretty dahlias, they are smaller than they started out being. Like I said earlier, I think that it's a watering thing. However, I can't focus on growing big dahlias. I'm not a flower farmer. I do like flowers in my garden, but I'm not a flower farmer. So any flowers that they produce is good for me. I'm not going to complain, and I'm not going to worry myself to get these to be bigger either. So hello zinnias. The zinnias look amazing, y'all. I've been showing y'all this orange one for at least 2 weeks now, and it is still here, still has not died out, and the plant is still producing more shoots. So I'm happy about that. This whole bed is zinnias. So you got zinnias back here of different colors. They're beautiful from Floret, and our borage is starting to flower too. This normally gets way bigger, but I think that I have put it in a space where it can't get enough sun, and so I'm not mad at that. Back here you got the nasturtium still growing, still looking good. This is in a very shady spot, and I think that's why these nasturtiums are still growing and still looking good. So I'll have to keep that in mind for future years of nasturtium growing. And the cucumbers that we put here from Hall, so it's the Haussinator and the mini-me's, they are finally going up the trellis. I'm excited, which means this trellis will be getting covered soon. And look at that, we actually have flowers on both of them. So I'm excited. There are actually 4 plants down here. This one though gets shaded like really bad. So, you know, it is what it is. And we still got blueberries on these plants. I never covered them, and that's okay. Our asters are starting to die out. The top ones, the newest ones, are starting to die out. Look at all them beans, y'all. Those are black beans in that middle bed that the chickens got to. But we got some new ones at the bottom, the asters that are pretty and purple. I never cut them. I just couldn't. They were so pretty. So do y'all remember this plant that had like disease, and I was like, I'm gonna just put a whole plant? I didn't, because it had tomatoes on it. I just cut a lot of the diseased leaves off. It's still growing, so we'll see what happens there. But also over here, these are the colonial. We got some tomatoes in there. They're growing all the way up this plant, so we love that. And we got flowers. Then down here, these are also colonial, I believe, and they look real good too. And we got flowers, so that's a plus. Oh my goodness. The ants are coming off that pepper plant and on to me. Cause girl, why? You got a pepper plant. Why would we do that? And over here, we still have some squash going. We got the castata romanesca squash in there. And then this is a zucchini. And so we're still getting female flowers. So if you see right there, that's a female flower. This is a zucchini. Don't know if it got pollinated, but it's still growing. So I'm excited. And the castata romanesca, we need to pull. Think I did not notice this, but yeah, we got squash vine borer issues right there. So we'll be pulling that at some point this week. So if you see this, that's what it is. Squash vine borer got in there. They can root on the soil. So if you put it on soil, it could start to root and keep the plant alive. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna get something else planted right there and call it a DAY, because in my experience, it's just gonna end up getting worse. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it. That is what I'm gonna do. And then I'll plant again in the fall. And then over here, this is our elderberry. So the flowers have died, and I don't think I see a lot of actual berries, but there are some on here. So we'll see what happens here. This is a few of the flower clusters. Up here though, you can see actual berry clusters, so that's cool. I'm happy to see that. This will be my first time successfully growing them. So I'm excited about this. This is another one. Not a lot, but there are some berries on here. Then there's something down here. These borage have fallen over. They are leggy and they've basically fallen over into this bed is what it looks like. So we won't be doing borage over here anymore because they cannot support themselves, and I would need to stake them, honestly. But down here, we got another one. Flowers are still dying on it, it looks like. And then there's a dahlia plant back here as well. We got dahlias. These are dying, but the plant is still producing. I did end up cutting the flowers off the mullein because I didn't want it to self-sow. But we're gonna walk around this way because I'm still working on the quail area and it's just stuff all over there. So we're gonna walk this way to see the other stuff. So right here, you have some determinate tomatoes. And this one is another one of those cherry tomatoes, the yellow patio tomatoes right here. So we got a bunch that we need to come in and probably harvest. I'm not racing to harvest them. A lot of these are paste right here, Italian Roma. So that's a lot of what these are, and there's a lot of them in here. They are still growing. So I haven't gotten to harvest many of them, but if you remember, we were having blossom end rot issues. I'm not seeing that anymore because I've started to water better. Slowed down on it also, but still better than I was watering. So these are full aroma tomatoes. Eventually they're gonna be ready to harvest and I will be able to make some sauce. The sunflowers back here, these are from Haas as well. Can't remember which ones I planted. Just waiting to see how they grow. But I actually really like the fact that it's one stem and it's not huge. I really like that. And I know I said in one of my videos that we probably wouldn't grow any more mammoth, but I take that back because I would like the seeds, and I don't know what the seeds look like in this. I have saved sunflower seeds, dried them out in the oven, and we have eaten them before. So I would like at least one because you get a lot of seeds out of one mammoth sunflower head. So we probably will grow one, but we won't grow a lot. You know, maybe what I should do is take that flower bed and make it into a sunflower bed. That's an idea. And so y'all, I don't dislike these as much as I say it. Like I said, I hate them. I don't think I hate them. They're not awful, not my first pick, not my second pick, but they're not awful now that we actually have them growing and the plants are tall enough to make it all the way through and up. Also, look at that. Pretty sure these are colonial. Yeah, these are colonial, so they grow pretty well. Those are the Homestead tomatoes and the Mountain Marriott in there. Now, I think I did the Homestead tomatoes in fall last year, and they did real good, but they also weren't in a shady spot. So anyway, they also didn't get this big. I think these plants were reaching for light, which I have told y'all several times already. Down here, we still got snapdragons looking much better because they're in a shaded space. If you remember over here, there's saffron bulbs in here, should start growing again in the fall. So we'll see how that goes. And I think, oh no, that's not the last thing. I gotta show y'all the gray green stalk, but let me show y'all this quick tent garden bed in case you are interested. I'll see if I can find a link to it. It's a elevated raised bed, which I didn't have one before, but I'm actually really liking it. It is growing a lot of black beans and they are starting to flower. They got planted out later, but they're starting to flower, and this will be such a easy way to harvest with it elevated and up. And then we also have some more of the patio yellow tomatoes, and like I said, we still harvesting them, but definitely not eating them fresh no more. I did it yesterday again, and I decided that's it, we done. We don't like them, and that's okay. But we are gonna use them for sauce because I think they'll be just fine in sauce. Forgot to show y'all the calendula and what used to be chamomile bed. The chamomile is definitely gone. But anyway, calendula and chamomile, I just haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the bed. And so I'm leaving it to have something in the soil as well as to hopefully allow seeds to fall. And then I won't have to plant that area with chamomile or calendula next year. So crossing our fingers, we'll see how that goes. The last spot we need to look at is this gray green stalk, which we have beans in. We harvested a lot of Swiss chard out of here. I also let the girls out yesterday. So with that being the case, there's some plants that's kind of missing from the bottom. And I told y'all that I really need to put this on a paver because it is so mushy over here and unlevel. But anyway, that's that green stalk. It looks really good. We also have lost a marigold. Probably never really got a good start because that's the root ball of that marigold right there. It's okay. We have some peppers over here, not looking great. Don't know what's going on with that. But the beans and the Swiss chard and some marigolds are doing amazingly in here. So that is the garden in the end of June in my urban backyard. It's looking amazing. I'm excited. How's your garden looking? It's crazy that I did not notice these things that I need to harvest, but we're gonna get out here and do it. How's your garden looking, y'all? Tell me how your garden is doing this summer 2026 season. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.